Had 13 Ming tombs because 13 emperors were buried there.
Same area.
Yes, in the same area. A huge area occupies an area approximately about 50 square kilometers.
Far from Beijing?
50 kilometers away from here. So people would normally put the Great Wall and Ming tombs in like a one-day tour. Okay, let's take a short break. I'm going to give you a story about the last emperor. You ever heard of the movie, The Last Emperor, which was actually filmed right here in this palace in 1980s. That movie won 10 Oscar awards in 1988. Very popular one. So that building, the Hall of Supreme Harmony, or 太和殿 in Chinese, is the highest building in the Forbidden City. That building has 2 layers roof with 11 mythical figures sitting on its corner eaves. 11 mythical figure. Let's have a look at that building. That one also has mythical figures. That one carries 246. The only one throughout the whole country has 11 mythical figures. That's the Hall of Supreme Harmony. Okay, they're all the mythical figures. None of them is real. Let's have a look at this picture of those mythical figures.
None of them is real.
What?
None of them is real.
That's right. None of them is real. They're all the mythical ones, and doing such duties of warding off the evil spirit and protect the buildings from catching fire. Apparently, they didn't work very well. Didn't do a good job. Let's have a look. Those are mythical figures. You see that? Yeah, those mythical figures. Sorry. Okay. The first one is a man riding on a rooster, and followed by the Chinese dragon, phoenix, lion, seahorse, heavenly horse, 孙尼亚鱼蟹至斗牛航时 11 of them. None of them is real. All the legendary animals used as the decoration of the building, and also protect the buildings from catching fire, from being bothered by those bad spirits. Okay, but that building was originally built in 1420. It was struck down by lightning only 100 days after its completion. And the current building was rebuilt in 1695. The 5th version in its history, not the original. The original version was gone a long time ago. Okay, the 5th version. And here in around 1980s, that famous movie, The Last Emperor, was filmed right here. So the baby emperor, who was proclaimed to be the emperor at the age of 3 and retired at the 6, and being kicked out of here at 18 years old. Okay, let's have a look.
Did he get the Oscar?
Yes. No, the movie? No, not him. Best movie, best story, best photograph. This is how it looked like inside the palace, supported by 72 wooden pillars.
It's actually filmed inside?
Yeah, really filmed inside. His father is kneeling right next to his son, to the little emperor. His father was not an emperor. He couldn't sit still. Such a little boy, 3 years old. His father tried to talk him down, and his father said, "Do you hear that?" And his father said, "It will soon be over. Don't worry, don't move around, it will soon be over. It will soon be over. Come on, it will soon be over." He repeated 3 times. This official and the other officials got so shocked. They thought that his father suggested the Qing dynasty will soon be over. And only 3 years later, after his father repeated 3 times, the dynasty was really over. The dynasty collapsed. But he still lived in the inner court until 1924, and then he was kicked out of here. Okay, let's continue of this movie clip. And the little emperor is coming out of the palace, and he is walking in the middle. Even now, nobody allowed walking in the middle. Okay, that one reserved for the emperor only. And and he is giving audiences to all those officials and ministers that were kneeling down on the square to perform kowtow to the emperor. Okay, and there's a sedan chair which is prepared for the emperor. That's a marble passage. And this emperor, this is the real picture. This is the second emperor. This is a real picture of the last emperor. At the age of 16, when he got married. At the age of 60, when he was freed out of the prison in 1960. Okay, in 1958 actually. And this emperor who left Forbidden City in 1924, and then who left for Tianjin and stayed in Tianjin for a while, for a couple of years, and then he was being carried to northeastern part of the country, where their ancestors came from, and he was made as a puppet emperor under Japanese control. Yeah, who was manipulated by those Japanese army, and then he was captured by the Red Soviet Army at the end of the Second World War in 1945, and he was sent back to China after the founding of the People's Republic of China. So, anyone aware of the founding year of the People's Republic of China? 1940, October 1st, 1949. Yes. So when the PRC was established, he was sent back to China, and he was kept in prison for another 9 years until 1958, and then he was freed out of the prison and received a job in the botanical garden as a gardener. He was a gardener eventually. Okay. Yes. And then he died in 1967 at the age of 61. Died of the kidney cancer. He had no children. Although he married 5 ladies, he had no children. Last 3 emperors in the Qing dynasty, none of them has a child. None of them has a child. So it seems like the destiny for the Qing dynasty foreshadows the decline of the dynasty. Okay? And that's the end of the emperor's story after he passed away. Yeah. So 494 emperors, he's the last one. Okay, that's the story about the last emperor. What we gotta do now is we can move to the middle, to the marble passage, where we can take a picture while standing on the most important line of Beijing. To represent 18 provinces in the Qing dynasty. Okay? Over here, let's have a look at those ring spots. In total, there are 1,142 such ring spots or dragon's head go around the 3 marble terraces. And when it rains, the water will be coming out of the mouth of this dragon's head. In a heavy rain day, like in next month, or in June or July, when the rainy season hit in Beijing, people would see the spectacular view of thousands of dragons spouting water in the Forbidden City. Okay? So this animal is one of 9 sons of the dragon. It is called Gong Fu. It is capable of sucking all the rainwater in its belly in rainy days to protect the Forbidden City from being flooded. Okay? There are a lot of legendary animals in the Forbidden City, especially the dragon's sons. Okay, let's go up to the upper terrace.